The market bounces exactly off support and rallies. Is it back to all-time highs? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that we would look for the market to test the 5066 area, and as long as they held that, the market remained bullish. They come down into 5066 and bounced strongly, and so the bulls are in control. Now the question is, will they take it back to all-time highs? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the Nasdaq. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, another green day in my room yesterday. 2 winning day trades, 1 loser for a winning day. PT, as you can see on the screen, collected 4.5 points for sitting around and watching the market. His income trades are killing it. They're super simple. I am not sure what you guys are waiting on. You're missing out on these incredible trades. Check out later in the video for how to get all that. Now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And we talked about this a couple different ways. We said this could be an expanded B wave. That is still a possibility until they come back up and take out this high. And really, as long as we're under 51.45, it is possible this can be an expanded B wave. But really, I'd like the top to already be in. And I would like this to be a strong move down. Overall, what we'd look for here, we came down to the 382, which we talked about yesterday, that 50.66 area. It hit that almost to the penny and bounced. We got a strong bounce out of there. We played the short into it and the long out of it. Did very well in both those trades. Had a nice green day in the room. We would expect this strong bounce because it was a diagonal coming down. And once the diagonal concludes, you get that strong reversal off of the low that pushes back through this trend line and on up. We would expect a pretty direct move back up here toward the top, which is in the 51.10 area. And really, that's going to be the key level for the bulls. If the bulls can break out over 51.10, then we are likely going to complete up toward 51.50 next. We'd look for one more pullback and then on up to 5200 to complete the move. For the B wave, we would want this to be a leading diagonal to the downside as a wave 1 of C, and then you'd have 2, and then you'd look for a breakdown in 3 where we come down and break through 5,009. That would give us an indication that we're on our way down to the lower lows, and you get 3, 4, and 5 into that 49.50 to 48.40 area, just depending on how long they extend this wave 3, and if we're going to get an expanded flat or a running flat if that pit plays out. So the difference being an expanded flat would come below this low here and test the Fed lows more directly. A running flat would stay above this low, okay, and then start the next move higher and more test this low in the 49.60 area. So 49.60 to 46.80, or I'm sorry, 49.60 to 48.60 would be our target for this move down, just depending on if they're going to expand it and break through here, or if they're going to be able to hold that low and then push higher off of that. So as of right now, based on the fact that this looks corrective to the downside, based on the fact that they hit the 382 and bounced strongly, and that we're in a bullish move to the upside, the bulls are in control. Over 51.10 makes it very likely we test 51.60 or so, 51.56 to 60. Then we look for a pull down and back to 5200. If, however, they come back down and break this wave 4 low, then they must hold 50.48. Below that tells us we're likely coming down to test these lows or even the Fed lows. Over on the Nasdaq, very similar setup. We have the high that could be called a B wave, could be a wave 3. We have our wave 4 target at 17,839. The bulls or bears weren't even strong enough to get down to that level, and you have a very corrective action here where a lot of chop and overlap. So you would expect them to make another high, and that next high does come in at the 18,300 area. So from here, as long as they are above 17,839, the next target higher is 18,300. That would be confirmed a little bit more if they can break back over 18,064. This peak here, which is lined up across here with a lot of resistance, they break above that, they should be able to break out to new highs and then into that 18,300 area. So that would be the bullish formation for the Nasdaq, and then you'd look for a pullback and one more high up toward 18.5. But if the bulls fail and can't get out over 18,060 and turn down, and they're able to break through 17,839, that would become more likely we come back down to test this low in a C wave in the 17,250 area. So Nasdaq very similar to the ES in the sense that we have a corrective move off of the high. We're expecting a direct push higher from here to new all-time highs. And if they can't push out over that, we would be looking for a breakdown toward the 17,250 area. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you right over to the web page. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans, both of which come with a 7-day free trial. This is because I want you to get in there and see what we're all about. See if what I'm saying on these videos is true. Are we killing it in there? Are we winning? Do we have green days? We do. All of it is true. But I want you to get in there and see it for yourself and do it for free. Make sure you like PT. Make sure you like the trading styles. Make sure it's for you before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time, and you literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. You really should get in here and see it so that you can be part of this winning team. We also have our training courses. We're just about done with our advanced Elliott Wave course, where we go through the advanced fib levels, the diagonals, the double and triple threes, the flats, the triangles, how to trade this stuff, how to do everything you need to do on these complex structures. So when basic Elliott Wave doesn't work, you know how to chart the path, and you understand what the key levels are, so you can always know what happens when they hold and when they don't. As you can see on the screen, people are loving this course, and right now it is available to everyone in my rooms for free. So if you sign up today, you have access to this today, immediately. Now, if you're not familiar with Elliott Wave and you need to get started, we also have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. This course is helping real traders make real money and finally understand the market in a way that makes sense. It can be so confusing when good news makes the market go down and bad news makes the market go up, and this is because the news cycles don't matter. Elliott knew this a long time ago, and he knew that key levels were what controlled the market, and he knew what happened when they broke and what happened when they held, and this gives you a huge advantage over the other traders in the market. This course is 25 videos in 3 parts where I go over your mindset and emotion, your expectations, the KISS method, why this works, your chart setup and tools, every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave Theory and why and how to use it, as well as the Elliott Wave for Beginners course where we go through each of the waves. We go through how to measure them, how to find them, how to make sure they're doing the right things, how to get these key levels that we talk about, and how to use this information to understand the market in a way that finally makes sense. The really cool thing, guys, as I said about the advanced course, if you don't want to pay for this course, I completely get that. The cool thing is they're free in both of my monthly rooms. You get the advanced course and the beginner's course just by becoming a monthly member. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday call that's been going 30 to 40 minutes almost every day. We get really in depth in the market and go over a lot of critical things. People are loving this call. It's really worth the price of admission. We go over all of the chart setups and where we're at in the counts and answer all of your questions. You also get the training material we just went through. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade, which means we do trade quite often in my room. And if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced training, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as the individual stocks, as well as the futures trading. His income method, guys, I showed it to you at the beginning of the video. I can't tell you enough about it. It's killing the market. And his advanced reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures his trades that's so unique. You really have to see it to understand it, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, the key takeaways for today, pretty simple. We have key parameters. Market has pushed up off of support over 51.10, and it's very likely we're on our way to 51.56, below 51.10, and then through 50.66. And we can see them retest the lows from CPI or even down to as low as 48.60 from the Fed. Over on the Nasdaq, same type of setup. The bulls are in control. Back over that 18,060 area points us to new all-time highs to the 18,300 area. But if the bulls fail to break out and turn down and break support from yesterday through the 17,839 level, we could look for them to test the Fed lows at 17,250 area. Guys, that is your market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.